Bananas. Bananas. We have something to look at today. Oh my God, do we have something to look at? How's everybody doing? Ask her how she's doing. Ask her how she's doing. Hi, Lakaya. Nice to see you. So yeah, we have some things to look at. Normally I don't stream on Thursdays, but we will not be live tomorrow. We will not be live Saturday. So I wanted to stream today because we are not going to be here the next 2 days. And we got to catch up with all the tea. So much happened last night. It's kind of crazy. So if you don't know, I'll give you the 411 real quick. So Beck and Destiny decided to go live last night, and it basically was just a stream of them answering viewer questions. You would send in a super chat, ask them a question, and they would answer it, and they went in order in which they were received. And then later in the evening, people were like, hey, you never did that one Q&A that you were supposed to do. We want you to do the Q&A. So Beck and Destiny do this Q&A that they were supposed to do some time ago, but they never got around to doing it. And apparently a controversial question comes up in this Q&A, and Beck tells us that they did not really know how to respond in the moment. They were not aware of the questions that they were going to be asked prior to doing the video. So it kind of took them by surprise. Since then, Beck has put up a community post apologizing for not being more prepared and for the way that they may have phrased certain things. So I will tell you, I have not seen this video yet. We can definitely go in. So I want to go in order. I want to go in order of everything that happened last night. So it started off with them doing the Q&A, and then afterwards this went up, and then actually this might have went up after Amberlynn did her live stream. But basically yeah, let's just go and watch this.
Thank you.
Okay, so at one point they eventually get to a Q&A portion. Where is it? Here. Where does it start? Okay. So Destiny and Beck start to do a Q&A reaction to the reaction channel The Ankle. And Amberlynn hates this person, absolutely despises this person. And Beck is doing a Q&A for them. So there's a spicy question that gets asked in this. So let's go through this Q&A that Beck and Destiny do, and then we'll look at the community post, and then we'll take a look at Amber's response to everything that went on. Sound good? So that'll be the tentative format tonight. Chazzy, thank you so much for 10 gifted subscriptions. I really appreciate you doing that. Thank you, Chazzy. Hey, 10 gifted members. Welcome to all of our new Twitch members, courtesy of Chazzy. Thank you, Chazzy. All right, y'all, what do you think? So, yes, the first hour and 50 minutes of this is just them going through super chats and asking people's questions, kind of functioned as a Q&A, and then they get to a formal Q&A video that The Ankle prepared for them. So let's go ahead and watch this and see what the controversial question was, as well as the controversial response that Beck provided, that caused Amberlynn to go live last night and kind of have a little bit of a meltdown.
Oh, I'm gonna get that pulled up.
Okay.
All right, here we are.
With it, you have to. You can't hit the space bar. You just have to pause it, like right there.
Okay. Should we turn off this background music for this react?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that would be distracting.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and turn that off too.
I love his dog.
Oh, and Cleve is here. Oh, thank you, Cleve. We needed extra help. Also, huge thank to Charlie Gold. She helps so much.
Hi. Say hi to your friends. Huh?
Dog is so cute.
We just wanted to pop up real quick. We are, I know, it's a very different setup, cammed up. Can you not? So, just figured we'll do this setup. It seems like a good setup. It might be a little annoying for me to react to later, having to see myself, but Beck, please clip all this out. This is the setup that I have for the secondary channel. Go check it out. Link is in the description.
I like this setup. It's cool. I like
It's
his little
nice,
green.
yeah.
His little green lamp is very.
Bunch of different stuff, but mostly like horror movies and stuff like that. So check it out. But for today's video, we are going to be going over some of your guys' dirty, evil little questions.
Someone said that
A day to.
With Amber. I'm going to be completely transparent. I have a few questions of my own, and then from there, I'm going to basically let you guys have free range, and we're just going to go through the post. You guys left over 600 comments. If Beck is open to multiple, I'm gonna leave that up to them. So obviously we can't do a ton, but we'll try to find the juiciest ones that we can, you know? So just starting right off the bat, you know, Beck, thank you so much for agreeing to do this and for doing it with a bunch of reaction channels. I know that Mr. Snowflake has recently let out more questions and whatnot, so don't feel pressured in any way to get this out. Like, take your time. But starting off, first question, and this is a question I've wanted to know for years, dude. Did you have to clean waffle stomps out of the shower? I need to know.
Okay, listen. No, I did not have to clean waffle stumps out of the shower. Had no idea that was even going on.
Well, why would you have to clean waffle stomps out of the shower? The whole point of waffle stomping is to make it go down the drain. If anybody dealt with Amberlynn waffle stomping, it would have been a plumber.
Still
What
having
is
a
a
hard time
waffle
believing-
stomp?
Supposedly, Amber pooped in the shower and then pushed it down the drain with her foot. I don't know.
Ew.
Why somebody would admit to that, I don't know. Or how, I don't know. I just feel like that would really cause a lot of drain problems. Why would you do that?
Ew.
Somebody said, because it works.
Now, waffle stomps, kind of code word for if, you know, Pookie was in the shower and nature called.
Finished or not. But like, I never saw any red flags.
All these, I'm not going to be upset or offended in any way. Like, just clip out the ones you don't want. Did Amber ever show concerning behavior around minors? Just gonna put it frankly. And then lastly,
That makes these kind of questions piss Amber off. The whole Libby stuff, she was like lightning quick to take down old Libby videos. Lightning quick. After that whole thing that happened on Instagram with her following that really sketchy account, she was like real quick to take those down.
and I think you also spoke on
I don't know if that question was finished or not, but like, I never saw any red flags.
Yeah, no.
I guess I should have, but it didn't, nothing ever clicked.
I mean,
Did anything ever click to you?
not really. I mean, even with like the whole Libby situation, like I didn't see or like realize any of that type of thing. Like I didn't see it. Like
I know there were some times that she would be like, you know, I feel mentally a teenager. And I'm just like, you definitely act like one too. But I never took her seriously about it.
I mean,
Just a little
it's
bit
almost
more
like she's stuck there.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're okay.
Like, I'm definitely not getting, like, there's no excuse. There's something wrong in that field, and it needs to be looked at.
Recently as well, so apologies. Did Amber talk negatively about her mother/family to you? Okay, those are my questions. Those are just my few little ones that I wanted to toss in. So for this, let's see. Let's see, right? Okay. Of course, I did my post, all that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how, like, I should filter this. Should we just kind of, like, because there are so many, you guys. Oh, my gosh. Which, like, thank you. Okay, this is a good one. How did you feel when Amber would flirt with Destiny in front of you? Also, best wishes to Beck. Again, thank you so much for doing this. You know, a lot of the comments that I did see, some of them weren't even questions.
Oh, no.
Oh, you started it over.
But I did I saw people saying in the chat talking about Billie Eilish. Yeah, I did address that she was attracted to Billie Eilish. I did say that.
I remember you saying that in like a video or something.
Yeah, like that was pretty much, like, other than that, I didn't see any other sign.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where
we and just wondering.
I think
also,
we were
Beck,
right here.
A lot of disclaimers. Don't feel like you have to answer all these. I'm not going to. Let's see. How many you got would.
I don't think me or Destiny even realized it was happening when it was happening.
Because I couldn't tell you, like, that was clearly flirting. Like, I could not tell you a situation at all.
I don't think I paid attention close enough to realize.
I don't think
It kind of seems like they were both oblivious. When you watch it back on camera, the hyper vigilant audience that's looking at every detail in Amberlynn's vlogs, we catch this kind of stuff, but like them, they're just like playing Candy Crush on their phone. Like, what? Amberlynn did something annoying? Oh, we're not surprised.
She was flirting with you. I mean, now if you look back and watch the clips and stuff, I mean, it was kind of obvious, but like, I mean, in the moment, I don't think nobody there realized it.
I mean, yeah, especially like if Dana was there too, because Dana would have said something.
Yeah, for sure.
To Beck, again, thank you so much for doing this. You know,
I feel like I feel like we've heard him say this 4 times. Why do they keep doing this with the video?
A lot of the comments that I did see, some of them weren't even questions. Like, it was just people wanting to express how happy they are for you, dude, that you were able to get out of that situation and grow so much from it. Like, beyond just a kind of fundamental level of healing from it. But, like, did you ever hear or see Mama Lynn call out Amber for mistreating you? If so, did she say anything? Do you feel like you weren't given the full truth about Amber having cancer?
So I think that this is the controversial question. So let me play it again. Did you ever think that you weren't getting the full truth about Amberlynn having cancer?
For mistreating you. If so, did she say anything? Do you feel like you weren't given the full truth about Amber having cancer?
No, because her mom also wouldn't stick up for herself against Amber. So she definitely wasn't going to stick up for anybody else. Like, I don't know. The question with her mom, like, you know, did her mom ever stick up for me? No. Her mom just took Amber's bullcrap too.
I feel like her mom has...
Yeah, because she probably figures, well, she probably feels guilty. That's like the vibe I get between the relationship between Amber and her mom. She feels guilty. So she doesn't ever want to call Amberlynn out on her bullshit, or she doesn't ever want to say anything back to Amberlynn because she thinks, well, I was such a horrible mom when she was a kid, and like she probably ended up the way that she did because of me. I think that she blames herself a lot. So it's like she kind of overlooks a lot of that BS that otherwise she would maybe clap back at. But yeah, I mean, if the mom isn't sticking up for herself, she's definitely not sticking up for others.
Has a lot of guilt towards...
Feels bad for the monster she created. Oh, and it kind of sounds like this is what Destiny's saying. She has a lot of guilt.
Her mom just took Amber's bullcrap too.
I feel like her mom has a lot of guilt towards anything to do with her, so she just lets her do that.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. You met her mom once, didn't you?
Yeah, and with you, y'all came
Yeah.
to our house and brought her. She hadn't been there very long.
No, I think she had maybe been there like a day or so.
Yeah.
Okay, there was kind of a two-parter there. That is a good way to wrap that up, though, because I did see a lot of questions pertaining to that as well. Like, I don't know. Beck, like, did you hear verbatim the doctor say you have cancer? I guess that's just the best way. Or I do enjoy how this person stated it. Do you feel like you weren't given the full truth? Beck and their relationship with Amber. I'm going to be completely
What just happened?
transparent.
Oh my god!
It weren't even questions.
It didn't start over, but it started
people
at the
wanting
beginning
to express
again.
how happy they are for you, dude. Amber having cancer. Oh, okay,
There we
there was
go.
kind of a two-parter there. That is a good way to
Sorry,
wrap
it's
that
'cause my
up, though, because I did see a lot of
the mouse
questions
slipped
pertaining
up.
to that as well.
You're okay.
Like, I don't know. Beck, like, did you hear verbatim the doctor say you have cancer? I guess that's just the best way. Or I do enjoy how this person stated it. Do you feel like you weren't given the full truth? Did Beck? Oh my.
With the whole cancer thing, all I know is that we did go to the ER. She did have a DNC. They were like, we found, cancer cells. We're going to have to send you to a cancer specialist. They sent her to a cancer specialist. She had surgery to have stuff removed. And then after that, she didn't get treatment. She didn't go back to the doctor or anything like that. So honestly, I don't know 100% if she just had cancer cells or if she actually had cancer. When it comes down to it, I am not sure anymore.
Oh, that is a very declarative statement that Beck just made there. I don't know. And I think that this is what pissed Amberlynn off. When Amberlynn heard this is what set her into a tizzy. This is really what set her off. I don't know if she did or not. All I know is that we were at the hospital. They talked about the cancerous cells. And next thing I know, she was getting surgery. Wow.
Just had cancer cells or if she actually had cancer. When it comes down to it, I am not sure anymore.
I mean, I don't imagine like Beck had all of like the explicit details, but I mean, I don't know. Beck apologized. Yeah, we're going to take a look at this afterwards. We're going to take a look at what Beck said afterwards.
And that's what I got to say about that. I'm not sure anymore.
I don't know. I remember when everything was going on that she said that like they found cancerous cells, but she couldn't fit in the PET scan so that they could see cancer. And she said, I have to lose weight to do that. And she obviously still hasn't done that. So.
Right. Yeah. She was supposed to get the PET scan. Couldn't get the PET scan. Oh my God.
And she was literally telling that to us last year. Remember, she needed to get her MRI or whatever, but she couldn't because she was a little bit too heavy. Like if it was like a 500-pound limit, she was like right at 500. So they didn't let her do it. So she was having this problem back in 2020 and she was having it last year too. She can't fit into MRI machines or CT scans. She just can't have them.
Because she couldn't fit. Yeah, I don't think there was ever an update from that. I don't think so.
So then after this, people started to DM Amberlynn stuff and say like, oh, wow, did you hear what Beck said? Oh, wow, I knew you lied about cancer. I knew. So this set off Amberlynn.
No, this is such a...
We had some gifted memberships come in. Thank you so much, Carissa Marshall, for 10 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. Our lovely mod, Carissa Marshall, has sent in 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. We also had the Ghost in the Hallway send in 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Hey, guys. Appreciate that. 20 new members. Holy cow.
Just shady one, but... Did Beck have to wipe Pookie in public, bathroom stalls? Or did Pookie just hold it in and whine till they got home?
Ew.
Honestly, I don't know. I wasn't wiping her in public bathrooms. So I don't know if she was just finding ways or if she was just holding it. I don't know. I definitely
remember didn't like to use public bathrooms a lot.
No, she didn't. I know during that time, she also wouldn't go stay the night at other people's houses and stuff. because she didn't want them seeing me going into the bathroom with her. So she just stopped going places.
Again, you know me, dog. I'm going to be shady. So, like,
she didn't want to go into public for too long because she didn't want to have to use the bathroom in public. And then she didn't want to stay over anybody else's house because they would have seen Beck follow her into the bathroom, and then they would have known that she needed assistance. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about the public wiping issue. Well, I mean, honestly, Amberlynn at that point was having everything delivered. I mean, what Beck wasn't going to get from drive-thrus or takeout options or whatever Beck wasn't going to go pick up, prescriptions, Walmart, grocery hauls, whatever. I mean, she just could have had it delivered. So, I mean, Amberlynn really got to the point where she didn't really ever need to leave the apartment. And then COVID happened, and then that just like gave her all the more reason to stay inside. So Amberlynn, throughout a lot of her relationship with Beck, especially when they got the apartment together, was in the apartment, like not a lot of leaving. And you know what? Honestly, that's how a lot of season 5 went too. Amberlynn didn't leave a lot. I can count on 2 hands how many times they left that apartment in season 5. Prison Becky, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. Let's get some prison-related emojis in the chat for Prison Becky. And some ghost emojis for Ghost in the Hallway. And, I don't know, Carissa, do you have an emoji? Thank you, guys. You're sick. Thank you for 3 months. So happy to attend the main event after Snowflake's opening act. Early bird gets the worm. Thank you, You're Sick. Tori Rose, thank you for 7 months. Hard hands back to you. Appreciate your prime. Furious George, thank you so much for your membership. I appreciate that. Sandy Quesadilla, aka Dell. Thank you, Dell. I appreciate that. It's my birthday tomorrow. Yay for cake. Boo for sharing it with Chantal. Let's get older. Oh, is tomorrow Chantal's birthday? I didn't know that. Oh my god, that's too funny. That is too funny. Well, happy early birthday to you, Del.
Like, Beck, did you ever reconnect with Hannah and Rafe once Amberlynn was out of the picture? It always seemed to me like...
So, I don't know if I want to do the rest of this. So, that was the controversial question. Maybe we'll come back to this in the future and do this, but in terms of like the format for today... now I want to take so what we just watched, the question and the response about the cancer, that is what set Amberlynn off. And then right after that, Beck put up this community post and said, hey guys, after getting off that live stream, I wanted to say, while I do like the ankle, I did not watch the Q&A beforehand to figure out what kind of questions he was going to ask. I know some people will think that they weren't all in the best taste. I do want to say, though, that I was not trying to imply at all that Amberlynn did not have cancer. I was just trying to say I can't confirm for you myself the details of what all happened. I don't remember all those details, but it was live and I was nervous and I definitely didn't word it the best way I could have. Don't take this in any way to mean that I don't believe her or that she didn't go to the doctor or have her hysterectomy. It was a scary situation regardless of the details. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you for watching. The live stream was really big and intense. We weren't expecting all of that. So, I mean, in the live, Beck kind of said, like, at this point, I don't even know. I mean, I understand misspeaking. I understand being nervous. I understand, like, but the thing that is most important in this this community post here is that Beck explicitly states that they were not trying to imply that Amberlynn didn't have cancer. There is a portion of the community that believes Amberlynn lied about this. I am not of that portion of the community. I think that Amberlynn did have cancer and she had it removed, everything. But there is a portion of Girl World that talks about precancerous cells, and maybe she had what was the precursor to cancer. And it's kind of like a lot of gray area, and then all the stuff with Nick Ocado kind of suggesting that Amberlynn lied about this and stuff. So I mean, this continues to be a mainstay topic in Girl World. It has been for years, and now that it came up again and Beck kind of gave their take on it, I mean, regardless of what they just said in the video that we just watched, this is what their stance is. I was not trying to imply that Amberlynn didn't have cancer. So that's kind of Beck's stance on all of this. I think that this was important for Beck to do, because I mean, really, had Beck not made this community post and we just would have taken what they said in the live stream that we just watched just now. I mean, Beck saying, I can't really say one way or the other right now. I mean, that kind of suggests like, I don't know, girl, what are you saying about Amberlynn's cancer? So it is nice that Beck was able to take accountability, come onto their community post, and say like, hey, I was wrong. I didn't word that the best way. I should have watched the video ahead of time. So I appreciate that Beck made this post. But apparently this was not good enough. This sent a whole lot into motion in terms of Girl World chaos. Amberlynn was not happy about this at all. So I now want to take a look at the response that Amberlynn had in regards to everything that we just took a look at. It is in a tweet somewhere. So Amberlynn did a live stream. It wasn't very long. It was only maybe like 5 minutes. But she gets across what she needs to say in these 5 minutes. Afterwards, I don't know why, but she deleted the live stream for some reason. I don't know why, because I mean, even in the stream herself, she says, I'm not going to take this down. She might not say that like verbatim, but she says something in this stream along the lines of like, well, you can just watch this later because it's going to stay up. Beck did not say that Amber didn't have cancer. They said they didn't know if it was cancerous cells or if it was cancer, but never said it wasn't nothing, that it wasn't no cancer at all. Yeah, kind of like some funny wording, kind of some like misleading wording. She deleted this because of her BPD. Have some sympathy, Jordy. Well, I mean, Amberlynn kind of has told us in the past that she gets all riled up and she gets all pissy and she gets, like, I'm going to take you down. And then the next minute it's like, okay, I'm chill. All right. I'm calm now. So I think that she decided to go live in a fit of rage, say what she needed to say in these 5 minutes, and then was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. And then she took it down. But I mean, especially when you're Amberlynn Reed, once something's on the internet, it's on there forever. So, yeah. Let's take a look at Amberlynn's response to everything that went on in that live stream. Beth, thank you so much for the super chat. Hannah Bobana, thank you again. Mallory Michelle, thank you for your membership. Great Jojo, thank you for your membership. We definitely are a unique community. Hannah Life, thank you. Beck should know that cancer cells equals cancer. It's not an either or. Come on. Well, I mean, cancer cells equal cancer, and then like the whole stuff about precancerous, like, do precancerous cells always lead to cancer? Like, it's just kind of confusing. Like, I don't even really have like, I don't even know if I understand the concept fully. But I do agree that what Beck articulated in the response to the Q&A and what they said in the community post was different. But I think that the kind of motion that they put into the girl world and like how their stance on it is and everything is that they didn't want to imply that Amberlynn never had cancer. But Amberlynn started to receive a bunch of DMs about this, and she had a response.
Hello, hello. Hi, hi. Oh my god, my hair is a mess.
Why does she have sunglasses on? It's the middle of the night. I mean, at this point, Beck and Destiny were live streaming at like, what would that have been? Like 10 o'clock her time? Why does she have sunglasses on? Okay. Okay.
A mess. So do not mind that. How are you guys? Hello, hello. Natalie, girls' bedtime. Relatable, but I just found something out. My ex is talking shit again. Both of them. No. I'm really here just for one reason only. I'm gonna wait until more people come up in here. I'm sure no one's gonna actually give a fuck. But just for my well-being, we're gonna chat for a second. Yep. Sorry, my hair's been like this all day, but it's like time to take out these.
Hearing her hello makes my toes curl. So she's waiting for people to come in and before she says what she wants to say.
On repeat. Not on repeat, but on, what's it called? Because I'm going to leave it up.
Oh, see, there it was. She says, I'm going to leave this stream up. I'm going to leave this up. And then she deleted it.
So I chose, which was very hard to do. I'm not going to lie. It was very, very hard. I didn't watch what Beck and Destiny said. It was very hard. Very, very. I wanted to click it a million different times, but I'm actually trying to like do what my therapist says. Like I'm trying very hard.
She's not convincing me for a second that she didn't watch the live stream. I think that she watched it beginning to end. Beginning to end. Didn't miss a second. She watched the whole thing.
Hard.
Can you play the chat? I saw the rerun of the chat of this live stream, and it was like tomato emojis. Like it was just all tomato emojis, and people were really giving her a hard time. I mean, you guys can obviously see from the duration of this live stream, she was really anxious to get on here. I don't think she wanted to get on here, but she couldn't help herself. She wanted to come on and she wanted to clear the air.
But I went onto Instagram and I couldn't even believe how many people were like, oh, you lied about having cancer. I fucking knew it. I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, genuinely, what happened? So I'm going to show more medical proof. Okay, that's fun. So I signed in to my health chart, and I'm obviously going to block the address of said place and the doctor name.
The thing that I don't understand about Amberlynn is like, why does she always thinks that like the best thing to do is come on here and shove her phone in the webcam? I mean, she has said time and time and time and time and time again, I had cancer. People say that I didn't have cancer. That's not true. They're lying. I had cancer. I'm going to come on here and I'm going to show medical records from some portal that I logged into 5 years ago.
But this is just the notes on the doctor chart that said, I had the pleasure of seeing Amber Reed in a follow-up in the office today. So this was after my hysterectomy when I had a follow-up and got scheduled to do another CT scan. So it was after my hysterectomy, which during my emergency DNC, they biopsied. That's when they called me in front of Beck on speakerphone, because that they do not deliver cancer news while you are alone. That's what they told me. They said, are you near anybody? I said, yes, I'm with my girlfriend. They said, can you put it on speaker? I said, okay. They said, are you sitting? I said, yes. Then they told me. I started bawling my eyes out with Beck right next to me. Flash forward, we go to several appointments. We go to several oncology visits, et cetera, et cetera. Beck is in the room with me every single time. And
how did she fit in the CT scan back then, but not now? Well, Beck told us that she didn't. I mean, I don't know. How did they test her for cancer if they didn't do the CT scan? Did they do a PET scan goes deeper? A PET scan goes deep into the tissue. It's kind of redundant to ask if Amberlynn is sitting. Yeah. It was a PET scan. She couldn't do the PET scan. So she could do the CT scan? Well, wasn't she bigger? Well, I mean, I guess if it's two different CT scans, like maybe one can... maybe one has the capacity to do a 500-pound person and the other one doesn't. They didn't do the PET, but they did the CT. I'm not sure about this. They did a pathology biopsy with histology. Maybe an inner ultrasound. They had to biopsy. There's no way she did a scan.
And then my mom comes to visit. My mom is in the room with me every single time, both of them. Sometimes it was only one of them because it was during COVID. So then I had to choose between the two. But then I had my hysterectomy. I was in the hospital for 4 days. Beck didn't leave one time. Beck did not leave one time. There was a doctor and a nurse in there constant, every 20 minutes, checking on me, telling me about my results, et cetera, et cetera. Beck was with me the whole time. So if Beck is...
Both. Yeah, both. There's no L in both.
Going to sit there and say that they don't know if I actually had cancer, you're either lying for money or you really truly never gave a fuck about me. Miss Reed is a 29-year-old.
Well, I think that you have to give a fuck about someone to do what Beck did for all those years. But, I mean, I don't know. Did Amberlynn not see the community post that Beck made after that stream? Or did she read it and she just wanted to play victim and come on here and pop off? You know? Here come the tears. Well, this stream doesn't go on for much longer.
Year-old patient who underwent a total abdominal hysterectomy. These words are huge, so if I stumble, I'm going to apologize. With bilateral blah, blah, blah on July 15th, 2020, with final pathology revealing stage 1B, grade 2 endometrial cancer with 56% myometrial invasion and no blah, 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 blah. So this is from the actual
oncology clinic. I met Amberlynn, revealing a stage IB grade 2 endometriosis. Wait. Endometrial cancer with 56%. I have a cousin that's an oncologist. Should I call him? Should I say, hey, what's all this mean? I mean, this isn't my specialty. I mean, I don't know what all this means, but I mean, it says it revealed her pathology revealed cancer, with 56% of it invading and no lymphovascular space invasion. I don't know. I saw somebody saying earlier that she caught it early. She has shown this before. We've seen this screenshot once before. I don't know why Amberlynn's like first instinct was to come on here and
I went
like show a screenshot we've all seen before.
The documentation on the actual app. So there is the proof. Beck, you are disgusting. You can say whatever you want about my hygiene, about rags. I don't give a fuck. But to want money so bad that you're going to sit there and dismiss myself going through cancer when you literally saw the whole journey and you were there right next to me, fuck you and goodbye.
Oh. Well, that was it. Stage 1B grade 2 means that she had cancer, but there was no point in her doing this. I mean, if we've done this so many times before. I had cancer. No, you didn't. I had cancer. No, you didn't. Like, I mean, I don't know. Amberlynn needs to understand that she needs to realize with some things, like, people are going to believe what they want to believe. I mean, but it's like kind of the stuff like this that Amberlynn uses as leverage to transfer on into other conversations. It's like, well, look at the audience. Look at the mindless zombie audience. They believed all this. Like, can you believe that they would also think that I used a washcloth to grind on in the bathroom? That never happened either. So it's like this kind of stuff that like gives Amberlynn like a slight edge, a little bit of leverage for her to be like, look, I'm popping off. I'm showing receipts. I'm not a liar. I'm never a liar. Two things can be true at once. You can tell the truth about one thing, but also lie about other stuff. Beck never said she didn't have cancer. No, Beck didn't explicitly say that in the live stream, and then they followed up in the community post and everything. But yeah, emotional Lynn here is popping off saying, well, if you're gonna say that, F you. I don't know. To be honest, like, I understand that this is like kind of like the talk of the town right now. This is like, like the front page of Girl World. I just don't know if this is like that interesting. I don't know if this is that interesting, because it just comes down to like, oh, Beck said something, Beck amended their statement, Amberlynn popped off. It's like, well, there's not really much of a follow up to this. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to look at with Beck and the Amberlynn stuff, like them going back and forth last night. Now I think we'll move on into the Let's Talk episode. She uploaded this today. This one is called I Shouldn't Be Admitting This, Zachary Michael and Deleting Comments. So a part of Amberlynn's new series, she is going to be hosting a Let's Talk segment once a week where she will be kind of getting in the mud with Girl World. She will be addressing the hard topics, and she'll be discussing any and all tea that needs to be discussed. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'm going to move it up to 1.25 just because I need to move a little faster. Hannah Life, thank you so much. M, thank you. I appreciate that, M. Clever B, thank you. I'm not double fisting filet of fish. I got a baked with sway with kale salad. Oh, yes. It sounds like you're making up for it. Thank you, Clever B. Vital Muro, thank you. Thank you for taking the hunger binge greed content and transforming it into legitimately interesting content. Oh, boy. Oh, that's funny. Oh, your sticker came in, Mega Pot Pie. That's awesome. Jordy's Tub of Vaseline, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Kentucky Fried Washcloth, let's gossip. Let's gossip. But most importantly, let's eat. Leash, hi Leash. Regardless of if Amber had it or not, the fact that people would even question it speaks volumes about her character. Yeah, but she wouldn't agree with what you're saying right now. She would put that all on the audience. Well, that says everything about the audience. That doesn't say anything about me. That talks about how gross Girl World is. I see your point, though. Evil Hate-Filled Female, thank you for 11 months. I was just watching 600 Pound Life. I realized Amber doesn't deserve that opportunity. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in that situation that don't get invited on TV and then therefore don't get invited to the program or the surgery. Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity. It's definitely an opportunity. Dainty Girl Yoga Mat, thank you. Usually replay gang, but it's a disrespectful time zone. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, we'll see you on the replay. Oh, no, you're watching today. Oh, okay, all right, good. Thank you, Dainty Girl.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So this series is called Let's Talk. I have done this before years ago. It's definitely just a series where I can communicate and correspond with you guys. So unfortunately, my channel has thrived, but also died on a lot of different
Oh, sorry. Muted. Ugh, so cringe. There was like a super chat sent in to Destiny and Beck's live stream yesterday. It was not me. The easiest way to do that is to click on the profile and then click view profile. If it takes you to my channel, it's me. If it takes you somewhere else, it's some random person. But yeah, apparently Mr. Snowflake sent in a nasty screenshot or a super chat about me. And I guess this is him because there's that fucking little check mark. I mean, I just think that this is pathetic. I think this is defamation of character. I think that this is slander. I think that this is slander. I think that this is highly uncalled for. The absolute animosity and ill will that exists in Girl World among reaction channels is just absolutely despicable. I did not deserve this. I was, all of my business was put on full blast in this super chat. This is ridiculous. But you know what? I just think it speaks to his character. I do. I think it speaks to his character. I do. And what? You could only send in $2. Look, he sent the lowest super chat possible to say something like this. Look, a little meager €2 donation into Beck and Destiny's live stream. Look at this. Isn't that pathetic? Yeah. Pathetic.
different speculation, and I want to change that. I want to use my voice in situations where I normally wouldn't, and I want to continue using my voice in situations where I already have. This is just a place for you guys to get to know me more, maybe in areas that you never would have.
Why does she have the sunglasses on again? Oh, because she's so on the go. I forgot. Springtime is on the go, Lynn.
A place for me to be accountable, to clarify and deny, and just an overall correspondence between you and me every single week. So the reason I want to do this is because there's always questions, rumors, speculation, just things that people are, for the lack of a better word, obsessively asking me about. And it kind of goes in cycles where it's like there's like 5 huge things that people are talking about ad nauseum. And I think this is a good opportunity. Maybe I can answer those 5 things or whatever it may be. But regardless.
Well, I like that she's doing it on camera and not behind Instagram stories, because I'm always encouraging her to come on camera and address drama. I wish she would do it in live stream format, because I mean, she can say whatever she wants and she can edit it whatever way she wants when she does a pre-recorded video, but hey.
I feel like my channel is very parasocial, let's be real. And there's always some sort of speculation or always some sort of topic that people are like, Amberlynn, why won't you talk about this? So this is gonna give me the opportunity to do so, if you guys bring it up, of course. So I have structured the series into a special format and I'm really, really excited. So the first section is always going to start with Sweet and Sour. So Sweet and Sour is just gonna be a random comment generator from the Let's Talk prior. So obviously, since this is episode 1, we're having to skip that part. But I came up with Sweet and Sour because you never know what kind of comment is going to pop up. Can it be a sweet comment or can it be a sour comment? Using a random comment generator is going to give me a wide...
Well, I mean, if you look at Amberlynn's comments, I mean, she's going to have to click randomize quite a few times to find a sweet one.
Variety of comments instead of just like going based off of like the top ones where I pick and choose, etc., etc. So this next section I'm calling Sippin' Community. I know, I'm very clever. Thank you. So this is where I read from the community tab that I will be posting every single Monday. So it gets time for the questions and anything that you guys need me to speak about, for them all to just fall under that community tab. And then after Sippin' Community, we're going to be doing the Linterview. Yes, I know, more cleverness from your girl. So the Linterview is where you guys are actually in
the Linterview, when Beck picked lint off of her.
Interviewing me with your voice. Yes. So I told everyone over on my Instagram, real reaction. I am very nervous. So if you guys want to go to my Instagram for next week, literally go to my Instagram at hectic.amby.
If you're not blocked, I would imagine that most of us are blocked at this point. I mean, honestly, if you still have like your primary Instagram that follows Amberlynn and you're not blocked at this point, I mean, that's pretty substantial.
Send me a microphone. I'm going to send you a smiley face emoji back, and then you can send me a voice memo, because Instagram has it to where you can only send me a voice memo if I accept your first message request. So anyways, after the Linterview, the next section is called Tea or Tail. So what this is going to be is I am going to clarify rumors that I have heard through the grapevine, and I'm going to tell you.
She's going to say everything is made up. I can already tell the Tea or Tail segment is just going to be her saying, no, that's not true. That's not true. And then if she does admit to something, it's going to be stupid that we didn't even need her to admit to.
Yeah, that's real. Or no, that's actually not true. And then the last section is going to be bad choices. And I just remembered I forgot to actually bring the cards over here, so I need to go get those. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So bad choices is just a bunch of really hecticonic questions. So I'm going to be choosing 5 of those.
Oh, it's like some Cards Against Humanities thing. What is this? What is this bowl? This is odd. Miss Ski Reads, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. Kentucky Fried Washcloth, thank you. Timu Heath Ledger. Oh my gosh. Amy PJ, thank you so much for the super sticker. Fizz, hi. I would love to see a panel with you, Ankle, Beck, and Dusty. Could you make this happen? I would be open to doing some type of like live stream with Beck. Yeah, sure. Kind of like how Snowflake did with Casey. Yeah, I would do something along the lines of that. Yeah, sure. So Plantro, thank you. I got my oil changed today. Seems like Pookie needs to do the same. But shh. Thank you so much.
And answering them. So I know this introduction was super long. We will not be doing that in the future videos. I just kind of wanted to talk about what the series is about. So let's get into it. Okay, sadly, we are skipping over Sweet and Sour because I can't do it. And we're going to go straight to Sippin' Community.
Boy.
Have you considered that your refusal to do inpatient treatment could be linked to a drug addict's refusal to do rehab? No, because I actually think doing inpatient would be fun. I know a lot of people are going to be like, fun, that's really the adjective you're going to use for that. The only reason why I choose not to do inpatient is because it is extremely expensive and I have a job. Not only do I have a job.
Bullshit. This is all bullshit. It is extremely expensive. Amberlynn, you make a lot of money. You've made a lot of money. If you were smart with your money and you put some of it away or invested it or whatever you did, you should be able to take some time off and get this done for your health. It's saving your life at this point. And this whole like, I have to work, I have to do a job thing. I mean, find an inpatient program that allows you to have your phone, that allows you to vlog while you're there, or make a bunch of pre-recorded content, schedule it to go live throughout the months that you'll be gone, and then you'll still have an income on top of the legacy views, on top of the memberships. You can still have an income even though you're not really around filming or live streaming or anything like that. This is all bullshit. The only thing that's going to save her life at this point is inpatient. Every day that she does not spend in an inpatient clinic is a day closer to an early series finale.
All I have to do to keep the roof over my head, the electricity running, and the food in my fur baby's stomach. But I have fur babies that need to be taken care of. I know the eyes could be...
Yeah, the mom would watch them, though. The mom would watch them. The mom that feels perpetually guilty about why the way you are that you are would watch them.
Thought and the T's could be crossed. Like, my mom could probably watch my fur babies, but like, it's the job thing for me. If I was to be able to go into inpatient...
Yeah, exactly. Teardrop. And I mean, I already said I would adopt Twinkie. I can't do Wasabi because I'm allergic to cats, but I would do Twinkie.
And be able to vlog my whole experience and upload, still make an income so I can still pay my bills, then I would do it. Why is it okay for you to make assumptions about ZM's mental health, but when your audience does it, it's mental health shaming? So I've never really made an assumption about his mental health. Months and months ago when I said, whoa, what a quinky dink, Zachary Michael's mental health gets bad when I take a break from YouTube. I think that was my way of just being like, okay, if you can dish it, I expect you're gonna be able to take it. There have been times where he has mocked me about my mental health or a heartbreak, a relationship, just some way that I was feeling. I have felt mocked. I have felt hurt. I'm allowed to feel that way. And in my brain, I was like, okay, he's been doing this for years. Now it's my turn. Have you traveled the world since breaking up with Beck? No, but
I thought that you're always like bigger person Lynn. I thought that you don't like to stoop to other people's levels. Well, Zachary Michael is such a horrible person and he's always doing this to me and he makes me feel a certain kind of way. And you know what? I realized it's my turn. Oh, I thought that you were the bigger person. I thought that you were like nice, congenial Lynn. No, you're not that person? Oh, I'm shocked.
I have traveled. I have went to Oklahoma. I've went to Wisconsin. I've went to Tennessee.
Traveled. Shipping cargo freight across the country to be wiped is not traveling.
I've went to Michigan.
And if
the destinations that she had featured on her channel during all of those travels were like miscellaneous gas stations for her to get out and oh my god. You know what I just thought of? About the whole thing about like not going into public because like they were afraid of having to wipe Amberlynn or like Amberlynn be seen with Beck in the same stall or something like that. You know what I'm thinking is like all those gas stations that they had to stop at on the way that Amberlynn could relieve herself. It's like, did the mom have to go in with her? Oh my. And then I wonder, it's like, how long until Emily started to have to play nurse at work and at home? Oh boy.
I forgot to say, I've been to Illinois since then. Chicago, hello, a Billie Eilish concert.
And I've done things that I wouldn't have. So based on your physical health and your track record for change, what do you estimate your life expectancy to be? And what will you do with that time? So this is kind of like gruesome, but based on how I feel and the things that I go through, probably somewhere in my 50s. And I feel like early 50s. I don't know why. Like that's when my grandma died. Actually, it was when she was 51. But like the number 53 keeps popping in my head and slightly.
What a weird question to ask. I mean, to answer. This is such a strange thing for her to say. Amberlynn, when do you think that you're going to pass? I mean, based on being 500 pounds and based on, you know, never making any progress, like when do you, I feel like in my heart of hearts, it would be kind of like a vibe type deal. If I were to pass when I was like 50, early 50s, like that would kind of be T. Yeah. 50, like 51, maybe like what a weird fucking answer.
54. That's a very gruesome question. And what will I do with that time? It depends. Like, am I trying to better myself? Whether that be...
She's going to do the same thing she's always done. She's going to continue to order DoorDash and Uber Eats. She's going to get her groceries delivered. She's going to go to bingo with her mom. And she's going to look for new girlfriends online. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Physically, emotionally, mentally, etc., which is where I'm at right now? Or am I just going to just flop like a fish and not care about anything? I want to say it's this over here. So by doing this over here, that means I might see my 60s. I think regardless of which one I choose, I'll never see my 70s, and that's kind of a sad reality. How does it feel knowing you've been stuck in...
Oh my God. I'm not going to make it into my 70s. I've already done too much damage. Almost Alice, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Welcome to all of our new members. If I had a yellow brick road emoji to spam, I would. Thank you, Alice. Tristan Sartain, thank you for 6 months. I know, 6 months does fly, doesn't it? Thank you, Tristan. Ursinate, hi. Beck's mom passed away less than 2 weeks after Amber had the hysterectomy. I can only imagine how heavy that must have been for Beck. Amber sucks. Yeah, I mean, dealing with a cancer diagnosis on top of Beck's mom passing away. You just didn't give a fuck about me. Like, oh my God.
In a time loop for the last decade, when your watchers have graduated college with masters, gotten married, etc. The world is evolving around you, yet you haven't changed a thing. So first of all, to those who have graduated college with masters, hell yeah, props to ya. But I do want to say everyone's timeline is completely different. Some people get married when they're 18, some people get married when they're freaking 62. You know, more people than you think have very routine, boring, everyday lives. Like they get up, they shower, they have their breakfast, they head to work, they come home, they have dinner, they relax, and that's that. Like,
no, relatable, Lynn.
a lot of people do have that life, and I think that we just need to be grateful to be alive regardless. Just because someone is married versus someone who isn't, that doesn't make one of them better than the other versus someone graduated with masters versus some.
Well, it's not so much that you haven't, it's that you can't. It's that you can't. Like, if you wanted to do those things, you couldn't. Like, if you wanted to walk down the aisle, you couldn't. If you wanted to go to school, you couldn't. Like, I think what they meant by that question about your viewers growing up and having their lives going on, but yours staying exactly the same, is kind of like a call to action. It's like, well, girl, when are you going to get it together? I mean, everybody else's life is going on. Everybody's getting married. Everybody's having kids. I mean, you're still on that fucking couch. But I don't know. Amberlynn's kind of doing a kumbaya answer here of, well, everyone has different timelines. Some people get married at 18. Some people get married later in life. You know, it's just all like, that's not really your situation. It's more about the can't versus the won't.
Someone who didn't, it doesn't make one of them better than the other. I have my accomplishments. I have things in my life that make me extremely happy, but this is...
What are your accomplishments? I mean, other than her YouTube channel, what are her accomplishments in life? I have things that make me happy. Like what? The DoorDash people? Bingo. You can't convince me that a almost housebound 500-pound person that has every meal brought to them is happy.
My life and my routine. I've been stuck in a time loop when it comes to my weight. I will admit that. But when it comes to like growing and bettering myself, I have not been stuck in a loop. 10 years ago, I could not have...
I disagree with that. Every time you try to do therapy, every time that you try to, it's always some song and dance as to why you have to quit. It's always some song and dance as to why it's not working. Always some song and I don't think that you've made much progress on your trauma or figuring out why the way that you are. I think that you've gone in a circle with that immensely over the years. I don't think that she's really grown mentally, psychologically. I mean, really, the only growth that's occurred is physically. Junix, thank you. I don't get why some people care about precancerous versus cancerous. If you need a hysterectomy, if it was bad, I believe that she had. I think it's just like, it's kind of like the red flag of it all. It's like, wow, like Amberlynn has lied about a lot of stuff, but she would be really, really canceled if she were to lie about this. And they know that it gets a rise out of her. They know that every time they say precancerous cells, they know that every time that they say this to Amberlynn, she like gets angry. And that's kind of like what the point of trolling is. It's to get a reaction or to get a rise out of someone. So if they know that something is going to bother Amberlynn, of course they're going to continue to push that button. Mouse Mittens, thank you. The gods are smiling upon me today. Chipotle bow heart hands. Ooh, that sounds good. Thank you so much, Mouse Mittens. Nuna's Nook, thank you for your membership. We also had 5 gifted memberships from Hey It's Lucy. Hello, Hey It's Lucy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Welcome to our new members. We have a lot of gifted memberships out today. Thank you, guys. Kentucky Fried Washcloth, thank you again. Hypertensive Tomato, thank you. Beck simply used the wrong word. Also, Beck's mom was battling cancer at the same time. Amberlynn is great at creating her own narrative. You just didn't give an F about me. I come first, not your mom. Yeah. That's a messy situation.
I've ever imagined myself not only being single, but living by myself. That would have never happened. 10 years ago, I could not imagine myself making amazing money, using my own debit card, being able to not only take care of myself, but my fur babies, having a roof over my...
You're not taking care of yourself, though. I mean, as far as we know, the mom, yeah, you're technically living independently, but how much does that mom do for you? You're having all your groceries brought to you. You don't drive. You are at the mercy of your mom in a lot of regards. I don't know if I would call that like thriving. But even past these 10 years, we saw the way that you lived with Beck. You can't say that that was living independently. Yeah, you have been making good money and everything, but at what cost? At what cost?
My head. If I want it, I buy it. If I need it, I buy it. I never imagined having that type of life. Yes, I suffered with BPD 10 years ago and I still do to this day, but 10 years ago, it was way worse. In that, I never imagined being able to be by myself and enjoying alone time because I was always so, oh my God, I need my partner. And I can't be alone ever, not even for 5 minutes. And now I'm alone for days and days at a time and I'm...
Yeah, but that's not because you chose to make that decision. That's because you had to make that decision. Jade left you. You didn't stay. The only reason that you moved apartments and you went through that massive move, 5-6 states away from Kentucky to Oklahoma, the only reason you did that is because you had to. You had to go to Oklahoma because you need someone nearby that can help you, that can drive you around, that can take you to appointments. In Kentucky, you wouldn't have had anyone. So, this whole thing about I'm thriving, I'm doing well on my own. I never would have thought that I would have made my own money and 7 rings. I won it. I got it. This isn't, there's a big difference in between wanting to do it on your own and having to do it on your own. And really, that's kind of the only thing that's ever made Amberlynn grow is that forced change.
Okay. So you might see it as a loop. I don't. Your comment section is public, right? Why lie about getting so much support? We can all see what people are saying to you, Amber. So I get a lot
Instagram DMs.
Of private support, which I completely understand because when someone supports me publicly, they get actually bashed and attacked, and it's really sad. For some reason, the haters cannot accept that there are people who actually like me and enjoy my content, and they can't accept a different opinion than theirs. So I get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of DMs weekly of people who are very, very supportive because...
Well, like that woman from Dance Mom said, you're entitled to your wrong opinion.
I can't do that publicly. So when I say thank you for the support, I genuinely mean it because the people who message me on Instagram are also watching my videos and these videos are also for them. All right, so this is the last one. Bah ha 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 ha. You are literally deleting comments. I was reading one in the middle of it. Poof, it was gone and it's nowhere to be seen. So I didn't delete any comments on the community tab because I wanted to go into it completely raw. YouTube actually has a section where they automatically do it themselves. If something is a little too hecticana, for the lack of a better word, it goes into a completely different section and I have to approve the comment, but I never look at those. So you're never gonna see that comment again. All right, so the next section is the linterview.
The linterview.
I am so nervous. All right, let me get to my Instagram. I am beyond nervous. Okay.
Echo Chamberlain. well, they don't leave positive comments because anytime that they do, they get attacked. And my viewers should not have to deal with that. My supporters should not have to deal with that. Kelly Ann, thank you so much for 20 gifted memberships. That is extremely generous of you to do, Kelly. Thank you so much. Hey, be sure to thank Kelly Ann in the chat for that. Thank you. Crystal Gonzalez, thank you for your super chat. Prison Becky, hello. Amber, people don't believe you because you a lie. It's hard to get people on your side to believe you about something when you have lied about so many other things.
Take a deep breath. It's gonna be fine. All right, here we go.
If you didn't have the obstacles that you have in your life, I'm thinking specifically about your weight or maybe some of the trauma-related obstacles, what different twists and turns do you think your life would have taken? Let's imagine you didn't do YouTube, and you didn't have childhood trauma, and you didn't have your weight standing in your way. Where would you see yourself now?
Okay, so if I didn't have childhood trauma and I didn't have these weight issues, where do I see myself now? Honestly, probably like in LA. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what I'd be doing for a job or anything like that. Like, I don't like to hype myself up too hard, but I feel like I would be
in LA. I'd be living in LA. Like, what?
Attractive person if I was thin. I mean, I think I'm pretty now. I mean, sometimes I feel super ugly, but my mom, like, is gorgeous. She was super gorgeous when she was younger. And I know without all my extra, I would look very, very different. And I think I would really be successful in LA. I don't really know what I would be doing, but I think...
Why Los Angeles? This is so weird. She thinks that she's going to be like an actress or a singer or something in LA. I know. I would have been, had I not had all my childhood trauma, I'd be skinny in LA. Oh my God. It's giving 2010s Kylie Jenner. She'd be driving around her G-Wagon around Calabasas.
I think I would be thriving. I have a feeling I would be thriving for sure. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, Amberlynn, why did you bring up like what you would look like? It's because sadly society is shallow, and I feel like people who are more attractive, they get further in life and they're treated better, etc. Okay, let's do another.
Okay, so you know how there's the butterfly effect theory of how like one insignificant moment in your life could change the course of the rest of your life?
Yes.
Do you know, or can you pinpoint like what significant or insignificant moment or event happened in your life that if you could, you would go back and change and maybe speculate how it could have changed the course of the rest of your life?
So I do have one particular moment in my head, and I don't know what ways that it would have changed my life. Obviously for the better, it would definitely be interesting to see. But like, I have gone through so many things, so many.
If she talks about the string from the blinds that was around the brother's neck, if she says that,
like isolated, separate, traumatic events to where I was gonna come out effed up regardless. But
these are all stupid hypothetical questions. I do wish that they would ask her concrete questions, not like what if, because I mean, you could play what if all day, but I just wish that but I mean, you got to remember, maybe people did send in concrete questions. Amberlynn's cherry picking the easy ones.
But I
also think it's funny that she decided to do a deep breath before answering them, knowing exactly what it says and what she's going to say.
Thing that I think of, which trigger warning SA. So I'm just going to like say it, have something pop up right here. But when I was 7 by a cousin, and I feel like there's a lot of heaviness with that topic. Like, I feel like that probably did do some damage to my brain and just the way that I am, because I know a lot of people who experience SA, especially as a very, very young child, they end up with like a lot of issues. And I think about 600 Pound Life, where I relate so much to some of these people, because in the beginning of every episode, it's the same way. You know, it's the shower scene showing, you know, how much they eat at one time, which is definitely...
Oh my God. I used to, I mean, I still do, but I used to frequently compare her to 600 Pound Life, and she lost her shit on me one time. She's like, why are you comparing me to that TV show? Why are you comparing me, the 550 pound woman, to the people on 600 Pound Life? I think I remember. I mean, I don't have the screenshot. I mean, this was a long time ago, and I mean, there's just so much media that in screenshots that go into Girl World. I don't have like everything, but I mean, it was something like Jordy shouldn't be comparing me to that TV show, and now here she is comparing herself to that TV show. But what I will say, and what I have said in the past, is in a lot of those episodes, there was some type of child molestation or something along the lines of that happened. There was always some type of significant traumatic event that happened to people in their childhood that caused them to go into this continual cycle of eating nonstop and getting gigantic. It's like almost like every single episode. It's like they always talk about something that happened in their childhood.
Exaggerated, but that's a different subject for a different time. But they always talk about, you know, their past and probably what made them the way they are. And a lot of people go through SA as a kid.
But I remember her yelling at me or her getting pissy at me that I talked about 600 Pound Life when comparing her.
And
I just think it's hilarious now that she's comparing herself to it. But she's bitched me out for this before. You know, another thing, I mean, like, not that this is the same, but when I first started making Eugenia videos, I said that her style was very MySpace. And then she was like, oh yeah, there's people out there saying that my style is very MySpace, whatever that means. And now today, she like owns it. She thinks that that's fun. She's like, yeah, my style is like very MySpace. But like, you got mad at me for that. I don't know. Sometimes they get mad at me for shit. And then other times they're like, oh yeah, wait, he ate.
And end up really, really large. So I know that like I've gone through so many things in my life, but I feel like that was one of the first memories that I have as a young girl that was like very, very traumatic for me.
Hi Amber, thank you so much for accepting my request. I just wanted to ask you, if you could talk to yourself 10 years ago, what would you say and what advice would you give? And also, if you could see yourself 10 years...
See, like, are these all hypotheticals? Did I miss, like, when she introduced the Linterview? Are these all just hypotheticals as to, like, what would you be doing? I mean, isn't this kind of pointless? It's like, if I had wheels, I'd be a wagon. But I don't, so I'm not. What would you say to yourself 10 years? Like, I don't know. I don't like these questions.
In the future, where would you like to be? And how do you see yourself? Again, thank you so much.
So 10 years ago, I was 34. So I, without a doubt, would tell myself, lose weight, girl. Like, you're going to get cancer in a few years, so you need to lose weight. You need to go to the gyno regularly, and you need to know...
Yeah, but, like, why are you not losing weight now? I mean, like, I could see her providing this response from, like, a skinnier point of view. Oh my God, if I could talk to myself when I was 24, I would have told myself to lose weight. But yet you're the same weight now at 34.
The YouTube game. So let me sit down, write down a bunch of notes.
So, I mean, why would you give your 24-year-old self that advice if you're not taking it now? Weird.
For you, and I'm going to teach you the YouTube game to where you can play the YouTube game, you can have fun with it, but you can also stop yourself from sharing certain things that you shouldn't share. And girl, you also have BPD, so go to therapy now. Like, there's just so many.
But she doesn't even go to therapy now. I mean, she might be enrolled in therapy right now, but I mean, as of a few months ago, Emily told us that she doesn't follow up with therapy. She doesn't stay in therapy. So she wants her 24-year-old self to do all of these things that her 34-year-old self never did and is currently not doing.
Things that I would tell myself. So if I could see myself in 10 years from now, I will be 44. I hope that obviously like I weigh a lot less. I hope that like my health has improved, my mental health. I can't even imagine myself in the 40s. Holy, that is weird. I hope that I'm married. I know that sounds crazy because I said I don't ever want to be in a relationship again, but fuck it. A decade from now, I hope that I'm married. I hope that I'm happy. I was about to say, I hope that I still have wasabi and Twinkie, but oh, okay, my heart just broke. Moving on. Okay, so this is the last one.
Maybe not because of old age and because of that back door.
Do you think you'll ever do ASMR again? I'm not gonna lie, your old ASMR videos, especially the like candy bowl imaging one, has been a guilty pleasure of mine for like the past week. Sorry if this had to be weight related. That's just been living rent free in my brain.
Oh my God, I've lived for that question. You know how many people actually tell me that they like my ASMR videos. Like, it genuinely shocks me. I actually don't think that I will ever make like a separate ASMR video again. I think majority of people actually hate it, but a lot of people do like it, so I appreciate that. All right, now it is time for tea or tail. So
it's all gonna be tail. It's all gonna be tail. No, that's fake. That question sounded fake AF, or that answer sounded fake AF. I love your ASMR. I need you to send me a voice memo that says you like my ASMR. Mouse Mittens, thank you. Amberlynn had cancer, but it wasn't enough for her to change. Usually it would be a wake-up call, but not for our girl. Yeah, that's just it. I mean, like, even in this video we're watching right now, my 24-year-old self, oh my gosh, I would whip them into shape. I'd be like a drill sergeant. You need to go to therapy. You need to lose weight. You don't need to share all of your personal details on YouTube. You need, but like, you're making all of these bad decisions like you haven't learned. It's like, I don't know. Do as I say, not as I do. Little Karomi, thank you for your Prime membership. Karuksu, hi. Never catch a live, but the time difference in the UK, I watch the replays. So psyched to be here. Oh, thank you, Karuksu. I appreciate that. Have a great weekend, hun. Clever B, thank you again. Amber says Beck was there the whole time, directly contradicts her. They never gave a crap about me. Yeah, I know. Beck didn't leave the hospital once. They didn't care about me.
So rumor number one is you cannot be diagnosed with BPD by a psychologist, let alone one that doesn't specialize in BPD.
Oh, this is so boring. Talk about like how you stole the dead mom's washcloths and rubbed your ass on them. Like, I don't want to hear about like, well, tea or tail, BPD psychology. Like, no. The only thing worse than something like this is when she gets out that little textbook she bought on Amazon and says, okay, chapter 2.
That is a tail. That is a big, big, big tail. So you can be diagnosed with BPD by a psychiatrist, psychologists, and by social workers. And they do not have to specialize in BPD in the same way, like if you're diagnosed with depression or you're...
Guys, I'm sorry. I don't care.
Pictures to Snapchat. That is all.
Amberlynn lied about when she posted her emergency room pictures to Snapchat.
Rumor number 2, Amberlynn lied about when she posted her ER pictures to Snapchat. That is also a tale. That is not true. So in my reaction to
see, I told you. Everything's going to be a lie. All right, so here's what people in the community are saying. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. This is fake. They're all fake. They're all lying. They're all... That's all the tea or tail is. I don't know. I don't know what I dislike more, Linterview or tea or tail.
Salty Crab, where I was talking about like so many people didn't believe I had cancer, so many people didn't believe that I was rushed to the ER and that I was gushing blood and blah blah blah. I mentioned the times where I posted my blood pictures on Snapchat, and I also mentioned where I literally showed medical confirmation, like my medical paperwork, in a YouTube video. And I jumbled all that nonsense together in the reaction, and I saw a couple people where they were just like, oh my god, Amberlynn's lying, like she didn't even post like those pictures until like May, but then it was like actually June where like she showed the medical stuff. And yes, that is true. So in the Salty Crab reaction, I said during that time, and I also said in the impulsive state of mind that I was in. So I'm talking about 2 different incidences, which is...
Oh my god, the amount of jump cuts in her videos drive me crazy. The amount of editing that she does. There's no way she could ever do something like this on live stream. No way.
The Snapchat photos, the medical paperwork YouTube, that happened within...
I don't know, it's just so fake to me. It's so fake, having to cut everything out and copy and paste it, saying exactly what you want to say. I mean, that's kind of why I like the live stream format. At least from like a reaction standpoint, because you guys aren't getting like edited me. I mean, yeah, it would maybe make for a better script, and maybe I could make some of the jokes land better and everything. But I mean, you're getting exactly what I think without me having to do all of this like rehearsal. I hate these jump cuts. It's so annoying. It just comes across as so fake.
Different months, but it was the same head frame. So what made me post the Snapchat photos was people were like, Amberlynn, that's not true. You were not rushed to the ER gushing blood. And I was like, yes, I was. Here's proof. And then me posting medical paperwork was because people were like, Amberlynn, you were never diagnosed. That's not true. And then I was like, well, here's proof. So both of those instances was just me not being able to regulate my emotions, me not being able to like ignore the shit. So instead it made my like impulse instinct, like it was gone. I had zero impulse skills. Like I was just like, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this. I couldn't regulate myself. But thankfully since then, I have gotten better with that. Am I perfect? No. I think that's a...
She likes buzz terms. She likes like hot terminology. She likes to do that. To explain her way out of stuff, she likes to throw a vocab word or like a popular like glossary term at us. Emotional regulation has been something she's been using the past couple months recently. Well, no, I just like, you know, I wasn't able to regulate my emotions correctly, and then it just led to emotional irregulation, and then that was a whole situation type deal that was hecticana. But yeah, like I just learned to regulate my I don't know. It's just mumbo jumbo to me.
The reason why I've stopped like...
We have some very generous super chats that just came in from 2 of our mods. Katie Bird, thank you so much for doing that. Donation toward your vacation. Enjoy time off. I guess we shorties will have to think for ourselves in the meantime. Oh, well, it won't be for very long. It won't be for very long. I'm anticipating getting to do a stream on Sunday, so I think that that'll be the next stream. But thank you so much, Katie Bird. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna have fun. We're all gonna have fun. Lori, hey Lori, thank you. Last night while you were live, a student was literally talking about nuanced policy. I was so excited to share. Oh my gosh, I love when you share what happens inside the classroom. Thank you so much, Lori. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Hogwash. Yeah, hogwash.
Like demeaning myself in certain areas. People are like, let me see the BPD diagnosis. People are like, let me see proof that you have a kidney that's 6 millimeters big. And I'm like, no, like I have boundaries and I
You mean a kidney stone? Or kidney?
respect my boundaries. In the past, no, because I was bad at regulating, still am, but better. And that's just like another way of like showing that I have improved as a person, because in the past, like crying hysterically while showing my medical records is crazy work. And like posting on Snapchat such gruesome photos is also crazy work. And that is something I would never do.
There are some crazy photos that she's... If you guys have ever seen those videos those photos that she's posted on Snapchat, I mean, like, it's gore. It's like straight up gore. Like something you would see on Best Gore. Is Best Gore still a website? But yeah. Well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't show that kind of stuff now. I know how to regulate my emotions. Kentucky Fried Washcloth, thank you. Emily, hi Emily. I've had both precancer and actual cancer. Precancerous cells are treatable and removable. I wouldn't have ever labeled the precancerous as cancerous to anyone. Later, my cancer was treated with surgery and chemotherapy, and I see my doctor once every 3 months. I wouldn't have ever labeled the precancerous as cancerous to anyone. Well, I guess what she's trying to say here is that they weren't pre-cancerous. It had already progressed. Thank you so much for sharing that, Emily.
Now. Rumor number 3, which is the last rumor. Amberlynn uses a filter when live streaming from her laptop. That is also a tale. I'm literally...
No, I don't. No, like that's all that this tea and tail shit is. That's all it is. And I'm telling you, if she ever does this segment again, and does like a yes, that's actually true, what the people are saying about me is true, it's going to be something stupid. It's going to be like... Okay, so Amberlynn came on here and talked about 3 rumors that are going around the community, and she said, nope, false, lie. That's all I knew that this was going to be.
really a boomer when it comes to anything like that. So the reason why I look so different on my laptop versus on my phone is because the iPhone, I have the newest one, is literally crisp clear, as you guys can see. But my laptop literally sucks, as you guys can also see, because the internet's always shutting down and I'm always having to restart. You can literally tell that the webcam is super blurry. So it has nothing to do with a filter. I wouldn't even know how to put that on there. Literally, when I go live, I click on YouTube, I click go live, and that is literally the end of it. All right, now we're about to do bad choices. So by the time that this whole series is done, maybe I will have answered every single one of these questions. I'm just going to randomly choose 5 and let's get into it. Have you ever told a friend they were being cheated on? I'm having to think. I don't think I've ever had to do that, no. But my memory does suck because last night in my live stream, I couldn't even remember the fucking high school that I graduated from. It was crazy. All right, next one. In the past 30 days, have you sent or received a sext message? So in the last 30 days, no. Nope. Number 3.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all, because she and Emily were still in cahoots. I think that they were still having spicy FaceTimes and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Can you count that as sexting? She's probably doing like the thing. It's like, well, technically I never did receive a photo of explicit images, but like she was like cybering on FaceTime. You know, it's like, well, technically.
So this is like an all play question. So obviously, it's just me. So I'm going to ask it as if it's just me. Could you go a month without masturbating? The answer is
like, why? Why? She just got done telling us how she doesn't share as much anymore. It's like, why do we talk about this stuff then?
probably no. I mean, if someone was like, don't masturbate for a month, like, I bet you, like, okay, I won't. But, like, why would I? Number 4, have you ever apologized after sex? I'm sure I have. I don't know what for, but probably something. All right. Number 5, have you ever had a sexual partner who turned out to be gay? Well, I am gay, so that makes my partner gay. All right. So that is the end of the first episode of this series. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, there are so many more voice memos, so many more things.
This was horrible. I mean, the format of this, I don't like this. I mean, let me find the list, the little list that she said. So it was like Les talk, Les interview, Linterview, tea or tail. Like this was just terrible. I mean, this whole video just sucked ass. I mean, it's pre-recorded mumbo jumbo of her trying to make herself look better. That's all that this is. These Les talk videos. I mean, I'm just gonna pick these apart every week. We would maybe get a little bit of authenticity, or maybe put her in the hot seat if she were to do this on live stream. But she doesn't like to live stream, because then she can't do 1,000 jump cuts. Really, I would love to know how many jump cuts were in this video that she recorded. Like over or under 100. I would love to know.
Things we could talk about, but I don't want to make this video super long. There will be another community tab for you guys on Monday. If I missed your question, just repeat it. And as the time goes on, we'll see. Maybe some of this will be taken out. Maybe no one likes the link.
Oh, and then the thing where people sent in the voice memos, that was horrible too. Because I mean, she just cherry picks the easy ones. She cherry picked hypotheticals.
Interview, or maybe no one likes the tea or tail. I'm sure you guys do though. Maybe eventually I'll add something new or take something out. It just all depends. See what we all like and how.
No, this whole video was horrible. Sunflower, thank you. Cervical and endometrial is usually a biopsy. They didn't do scans after she was diagnosed to see if it's spread. Well, I mean, if there's one thing that I'll believe about Amberlynn's cancer story, it's that she didn't follow up as closely as she should have. Thank you, Sunflower. We had 10 gifted memberships come in from Clever B. Let's get some bumblebee emojis in the chat. Thank you so much, Clever B. I really appreciate everything that you've sent in this evening. Rogue Spartan, thank you. Confused how people were saying Ankle is wrong for questioning Amber's story. She's a pathological liar, even about Grape. Well, it continues to be a controversial topic in the community. It has been for years, and I think it always will be. She who shits herself, thank you. Beck, who didn't leave the hospital for 4 days, didn't give an F about you? Okay. Yeah, I felt like that was kind of... It's like, oh, Beck didn't give an F about me. Like, but you just said that they were there for the whole... okay. Frenchie, thank you, Frenchie. ICU are in here. PET scans are a lot more specialized, and most PET scans max out at 500 pounds. CTs can go up to 700 depending on the machine. Yeah, I mean, recently she told us that the CT scan wasn't able to accompany her last year. Like 550 or 5 whatever. It was too much. So, I don't know. But I mean, do we believe her? That's like another thing. It's like we're just going off of what she tells us. NJ, thank you. No, I can't ask him that. I'm sorry. Oh my god, that's too funny-ish. Thank you, NJ. No, I can't though. Why would you want to? Amber stretched out choker, thank you. Still waiting on the offer to get a 911 dispatcher job. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope that you get good news, Amber stretched out choker. That's a high stress job, but I'm sure that it's always in demand. Definitely a very important job. I hope you get good news soon. Thank you so much again, Clever Bee. I swear Jordy's getting more orange the longer the stream goes on. I don't know. Sometimes like the lighting, I think it's like the natural lighting from my window and then like the lighting from my ceiling fan and then like the lighting from my lamp. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes it makes me orange, yellow, gray, pale, whatever. Prison Becky, thank you. People have just lost their sympathy bones. Sorry, Hamburger. Emily, thank you. Paul Struck, thank you. Beck clarified in the live stream before the post. Got it. Girl Kiba, thank you. Is there something I'm missing? I'm early. No, just if I'm going to stream on Thursdays, I just needed to do it a little bit early. Incognita, thank you. When will she learn she made her audience distrust her? Maybe if you weren't a known liar, we would believe you. Like, Girly Pop, this is your fault. She'll never see it that way because it's never her fault. It's always someone else's fault. She would never blame the audience for not trusting her. It's the audience is just gross. They're horrible people. That's how it always is. Annie Strand, thank you. Finally caught live. Best part of the replay gang from Norway. Got your wisdom teeth out a month ago. Oh my god, absolutely. Welcome. Here's your t-shirt and keychain. Welcome. Fed Up Kermit, thank you. Mr. Snowflake was just joking around. No, he wasn't. That was absolutely intentional, awful, horrible rhetoric on his end, and I demand an apology ASAP. Alexis, thank you for 2 months. Did you see the person pretending to be you on Beck's Live? They asked, does Amber have a crush on me? No, I didn't, but anytime you guys see like an account with my profile photo, I mean, until I hit 100,000 subscribers, I won't have a check mark. So you're going to have to just click on the profile and then click view profile. So, Hannah Life, thank you. For the record, Amberlynn is a lying liar, regardless of B and D's stream. A lying liar. Thank you, Hannah. Laura Case, thank you. Get your social media lawyer to go after Snowflake. I know. Would I have to hire one in England or wherever he is? I would. I'd go into the courtroom and I'd slam my fist down and I'd say, bloody hell, you need to do something about this chap. I would win. I'd win. If I took Mr. Snowflake's content to court, I'd win. Maddie, thank you. Why is Mr. Snowflake hating on Jordy? What prompted his comment? He's just nasty and jealous. Honestly, I think that's what it comes down to. It's just like nasty jealousy. Louie's mom, thank you for 7 months. I'm 5 minutes behind, so Jordy's on 2 speed. Oh boy, I can only imagine how fast I sound. Nuna's Nook, thank you. Mr. Snowflake smells. Best €2 I ever spent. Oh my gosh, if I could pin a super chat, I would. Thank you, Nuna. Danielle, thank you. Preaches about being clever, yet tells her audience she was 34 10 years ago. She's allowed to say the wrong word, but Beck isn't. We had 20 gifted memberships come in from Sunflower. You all know what to do. I'm sure that there's a sunflower emoji. I'm actually positive there is. Thank you so much, Sunflower. I really appreciate the very generous donation of 20 gifted members. Hey, guys. Danielle, thank you. Anna Van Warmer, thank you. I forgot I had one of these. Really needed the community this week. Glad to catch you tonight. Glad to be caught. Thank you so much, Anna. Welcome back for your 3rd month. Daisy, hi. Jordy's the only orange man we need. Forever in your hearts. T, hi T. This is my first super chat. Happy to catch the stream. I can't stand how animated she's being. Yeah. Well prepared, pre-recorded Lynn with sunglasses on head. MIDI file, thank you so much for the super chat. Louie's mom, thank you. I hope all the banter's for fun. I hate when reactors have issues with each other. I mean, I didn't start the fire. I don't appreciate nasty super chats being sent in at my expense. I just think that people need to learn to keep their mouths shut sometimes. So Plantro, thank you. Yeah, she'd have fun and inpatient until she's had enough of it. Then the staff will look for code red or brown. Oh my God. Oh, geez. The staff will look out for code red or brown. Code brown. Oh, my God. Carissa Marshall, thank you. New York Pizza Fun. Don't forget the brookie. Oh, my God. I do. I want to try to get a slice or a pretzel or a hot dog on the streets. Yeah, I would love to do that. Thank you so much, Carissa. Fed Up Kermit, thank you. Jordy and Mr. Snowflake just joke around, apparently. Well, in the famous words of Coco Montrese, I'm not joking, bitch. Almost Alice, thank you for 6 months. Got my wisdom teeth back. I got my wisdom teeth put back in, so here's my club card back. Oh my God, I think you are the first person to ever give up their membership. Well, hey, enjoy your wisdom teeth. Fed Up Kermit, thank you for your membership. Welcome, welcome. Callie, hi Callie Newman. Amber is the bigger person. She has no other choice. Badumsh. Thank you, Callie. We had 10 gifted memberships come in just now from Lady Razzie. Look at this. Woman in red dress dancing emoji, please, in the chat. Thank you, Lady Razzie. Really appreciate that. A lot of gifted memberships tonight. Holy cow. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, replace these sunglasses with a halo and you have a holy cow. Carrie, hi Carrie. Can we talk about how she does the bare minimum? Beck has animations, background voiceovers. Amber can't even insert screenshots into a video. Minimal effort, Lynn. Minimal effort, Lynn. Doll, thank you. Would Amber and Beck even fit in a stall together? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, that would be... Well, I guess maybe a handicapped stall. It would have to be a handicapped stall. Mia Moore, thank you. Predicting she'll pass in her 50s means she has no intention of ever improving her health. I thought that that was such a strange thing for her to say. I really do. It's like she's come to peace with it almost. Stoop, thank you. She's changed, but for the worse. I don't disagree. Jessica Blackburn, thank you. I don't know why, but her sunglasses on her head make me mad. She's just on the go Lynn. Or maybe she does it because she knows it bothers you. That's probably what it is. Blue Eyes, thank you so much. Appreciate that. 9 months, holy cow. Laura Case, thank you again. Emotional support sunglasses, choker, and pigtails. Truly a vision. Emotional support pigtails. Oh my god. T, thank you. The picking linterview. Oh my god. That's really what she should rename the segment to. Actually, I mean, these whole Les Talk videos, I think that she should just scrap them and start from scratch because, I mean, everything she did on this was just ass. Spooky Betty Boop, thank you. Replay Gang wanted to send slushy money. Have a great night, everyone. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that school's kind of crappy for you right now. But hey, it'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. Thank you so much, Betty Boop. Caitlin, thank you. If I didn't eat pizza for a week straight in high school, I'd be skinny in LA. Yeah, like, what was that? I'd be skinny, hot in Los Angeles. Like, what? What? Sit down, Amberlynn Jenner. Laura Case, thank you again. If she was an LA actress, she could have replaced Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I don't know. If she keeps eating the way she does, maybe she can replace Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. No. That's not the way I meant for that joke to go. Scrap that one. Strike that from the record. Replay Game won't see that. I'll edit it out. Sammy, thank you. Her excuse for not going to inpatient's bull. What about Life by Jen? She vlogged and posted while in treatment. Oh, I didn't know that. So another plus-sized, well, another super morbidly obese YouTuber was able to vlog while an inpatient. What's your excuse, Amber? Well, I have to take care of Wasabi. Siberian Tabby, thank you. I want to know if the accusation of her cousin is what caused the fallout with her aunt. Maybe. She talked about it recently. Like, really recently. Like, in the past 2 weeks recently. But I don't know. I don't know if, like, the aunt took her daughter's side or what. Soft 2, thank you. Imagine skinny BFFs with Jeffree Star. Oh, my God. Amberlynn, Eugenia, and Jeffree Star walking down Rodeo Drive. Amber Smith, thank you. On behalf of all Ambers, she's not worthy. We reject her. Here's my Super Chat V card. Hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Amber Smith. The Ambers don't want her. G, literally, thank you. Jordy, you are an anthropologist who studies girl world. Thank you so much, G, literally. Mia Moore, hi. She was telling herself to lose weight at 24. She was on YouTube to lose weight. Yeah, I mean, just like she already had that thought in her head back then. Nothing changed. Nothing's changing. Always going to be the same. Celestial, thank you. Did Salty Crab ask that ASMR question? Thank you, Celestial. Evzit, thank you for 2 months. Remember to like the stream, YouTube shorties. I appreciate that. Thank you for your Prime. Julie, hi, Julie. Someone said Twinkie will outlive her, and someone else called her Actor Lynn. I mean, I don't know how old Twinkie is, but small dogs like that do. I mean, cats, too. Cats have a pretty decent life expectancy. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Jay Frankie, thank you for 2 months. Do you think that Jade's standing desk functioned as an automated wiping assistant? Oh, my God. Ew. Ew. Jay, why would you say something like that? Probably, yes. Little Princess Jitter Glitter, thank you. You went live while I was at work. Now I'm late. Oh boy, might have to be a little bit of a replay, gang. Thank you, Princess Jitter. Frantic Yak, hi. Do you think she uses crusty flakes from her scalp as extra seasoning in her food? Okay, Frantic Yak. We had almost gotten through the stream without a vulgar super chat. Gosh. I mean, we can't get through a stream without talking about poop, but I mean, come on. The vulgar super chat. We almost did it. Frantic Yak, gosh darn it. Into timeout with you. No body, thank you. What do you think will be the outcome for Hambert? In terms of what? I think that she's going to continue to make bad decisions and she's going to have an early series finale because of them. And I think that she understands that too. I think that's the outcome. Clever B, thank you. Respect to reaction channels because listening to her talk makes me want to rip my eyes out. Oh, jeez. Well, Amber's definitely interesting. I'll say that. Amber Dean, thank you. I hardly ever make it to a live stream. Love you, Jody. Oh, I really appreciate that, Amber Dean. Thank you. Mariah, hello. She's visiting me in Florida. My bestie from North Carolina. Oh, that's too fun. Oh, my God. I hope you guys have a great weekend together. That sounds really nice. Thank you for sharing that. Twonky's Pea Pads, thank you. I wish Eugenia would do something exciting. The big one's voice is getting more and more annoying as the season goes on. Yeah, unfortunately, Eugenia is just kind of doing the same old, same old. Ugh. Nick Normal, thank you. She has boundaries. It's called the city limits. Oh my god. Too funny. Indica, thank you. I'm in New York to see my man for the first time in 5 years. We're happy to watch the stream together. Oh my god, have a nice time in New York. That is awesome. 5 years, holy cow. Have a great weekend, guys. Emanese, thank you. I can't unsee the trolling in her eyes. Amberlynn, troll, never. Never. Victoria Rose, thank you for your membership. Amber Dean, thank you so much again. I really appreciate your super chat. Courtney B, thank you. Have a good weekend. Thank you so much, Courtney. You as well. You as well. Tater Tot, hello. Oh, you're not feeling well? I'm so sorry to hear that, Tater Tot. Ah, that's shitty. Lots of water, lots of rest. Hopefully this weekend you'll feel better by Monday. Lady Razzie, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. Why did you start early? On Thursdays, I need to start a little bit early because I do something on my little game later in the evenings on Thursdays. I know, nerd. I hope you have a great weekend, Lady Razzie. Have fun with your boyfriend. Zombie Sheep, hands back to you, lady. Thank you. Jordy's Doormat Shingles, hi. Did you see Emily's post on Instagram and knowing about how Amber was confused by them? I did see that Emily kind of made a shitty post about Amber. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion, until Emily starts talking more. I think Emily's going to start talking more because she can't stay out of the mud. She likes the mud. Lisa, thank you. Snowflake's bitter because that pink sweater looks better on you. Oh, you know what? That's probably what it is. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yes. That's it. Victoria, the pet stylist, thank you. Say hey to my dog, Barkeisha. We love watching you. Oh my gosh, you named your dog Barkeisha. I love that. Thank you so much, Victoria. That's too fun. Hello to Barkeisha. Twerking on a washcloth, thank you. Yeah, we just did. We did earlier in this stream. Mel, thank you. Hey, at least she looks slimmer than tomorrow. Thank you, Mel. T, hi T. Amber Kardashian. There's a drag queen called Calorie Kardashian. I don't know. Maybe Amber could get into drag and do that. M-Tay, thank you. Admit it, you like it icy. Oh. You're talking about Mr. Snowflake. I thought you were talking about my drink that I... my icy. Oh my god. Yeah, Snowflake, admit it. Velocitoddler, thank you. Few hours today without the toddler. I got a personal stuffed crust pizza and danced while I ate it. Oh my god, then I texted my poor hubby how fresh it was. Wow. You're violating a lot of Fat Hall of Fame laws. Oh my gosh. Dancing while eating. Oh no. Oh no. Well, stuffed crust pizza does sound good. I kind of want that now. Thank you, Velocitoddler. Laura Case, thank you again. Amber can't live in California because she would block the Hollywood sign. Oh my gosh. Bad and mean. Bad and mean. Thank you, Laura. We also had 5 gifted memberships from Barry. Thank you so much for doing that, Barry. That was really sweet of you to do. I really appreciate that. 5 gifted memberships from Barry. Let's get some strawberries in the chat. You did not think he meant a drink. No, I did, because he spelled it I-C-E-E. And I'm thinking like icy. But, yeah. Took me a second. All right, guys. Well, I think that is going to be the end of our live stream today. Like I said, we won't be live tomorrow or Saturday. But Sunday, I am hoping that I can get it together to do a stream while I am away. So check in with y'all on Sunday. But if for some reason something goes through, sometime on Monday or Tuesday, I'm hoping we can get that. But I think it shouldn't be a problem for Sunday. So yeah. But our first stream back will actually be on April 1st. So we'll have some fun for April Fool's Day. It'll be a nice time. Hope everybody has a nice weekend. Really appreciate everything that was sent in this evening. Thank you so much. I hope Girl World doesn't move too quickly while I'm away, but, you know, a lot of other reactions and other stuff to watch out there, so, you know. But I appreciate you spending your time here. Thank you